Hey guys, me again with another YouTube video, and today we're going to be taking a look at kind of like the first part of my Lego Technic tutorial, and I'm going to try to stick to actual like Technic pieces themselves. I'm not going to really dive in depth into um, the motorized Technic functions. For one, I'm not rich enough to really buy any of those, so I don't have any. And for two, I don't know how those work at all. I'm not one of those people who usually uses motorized functions or anything like that. But, like I said, this is going to be the first part. And right here, I have all the kind of like the basic Technic pieces. And then right here is where I'm going to work. It's just stacked up on a bunch of Legos. But I actually did not, believe it or not, think of what I was going to discuss in this video, believe it or not. So what should I discuss? We do Gears 3s. Alright, well, let's go over kind of like a basic piece. So I'm gonna grab these right here. Set that down. And I'm going to grab a gray one. So these pieces and what they are is basically what we're going to discuss. So these pieces are some of my favorite pieces, actually. They're really awesome to use, and they're super fun as well. They open up a big possibility. Damn it, I dropped that one. They open up a big possibility of what you guys can do with Legos. And basically what it is down here you have a snap piece that snaps into any regular circle Technic brick, and then you have a stud piece up here. So what you can do with this is, in combination with any circle, not a cross, you can take this piece and snap it into place, and then you have a stud hanging off the side where you can place any brick itself. So, take for instance one of these. This is just a head with a normal face on it. But imagine if the face was a translucent yellow. I do have one somewhere, but I have like numerous Lego boxes, so I have no idea where I'm going to find it. And you want to put up a light. So just imagine that this piece is translucent yellow. So your light post is hanging like this, and you want your light sideways. This is what you can kind of do. So this would be your light, and then your post would be running down normal. So it's a way to turn bricks sideways. And that's really neat, because if you have this piece, I need to grab one of these to push this brick out. If you have this piece with the two holes in it, and you put one there and then the other one there, then what you've done is created that piece. These two pieces are exactly the same, except this is one piece and this is three different pieces. And if you want to get this entire piece, you would just make another one of these and put it right beside it. So if you don't have money to buy these, but you have a lot of these, you can do the same exact thing. So that's just something that you guys can learn from using Technic pieces, and that's what it looks like on the back. So just be aware that it's not going to be nice and smooth like that. Also, just something to be wary of these is that once they're in place, they're super hard to get out. So either take a pin piece or an axle and just kind of push it off on the side and put your fingers in front of it, because if it snaps out, it's going to kind of shoot off like a gun. And when it shoots off like a gun, it goes kind of far, and chances are you'll lose it. So that's kind of like some of the basic things that you can do with that piece. Alright, so let's discuss something else. What's the difference between the blue and gray one? And any other color that there might be. I only have blue and gray ones, and I haven't really seen any other ones. But the only difference between these two is color. That's literally it. These two pieces are exactly the same. One is blue, one is gray. And yeah. But there's something else that you can do with these that you'll see people do kind of often. I need to grab a Lego box. So imagine I have this yellow 2x4 and I want to turn a brick upside down for a design reason. So if you've noticed, there are 3 holes in the bottom of this 2x4. You can take these pieces. Take these pieces, and if you put one there and push it down, and put another one here and push it down, you can take another yellow 2x4 and place that right up on top so it corresponds. So now then you have studs on one side and studs on this side. The only downfall about doing something like this is that there is a small little gap, and you can't really close it up any more than what it is. But yeah, so that's basically how it works. There's just 2 pins and they fit right inside there, and you push them together. So that's something really cool that you can do with that. The other really neat thing that you can do is you can take normal pins, and they also have a post in the middle, and this slides right over that post. And you could do the same exact thing where if I wanted to make a T, you can do that. And then if you wanted to twist it to get this piece in the exact middle, instead of having it kind of just sitting off to a side, you can do that as well. So that's just something else to be wary of that you can do with these pieces. Alright, so we've gone over what you can do to kind of flip these bricks upside down. As you can see, there's none in there, but you can flip these bricks upside down. You can attach this brick to there somehow. If you really wanted to, you could fill up the entire side of this 16 piece with those pieces and then go through and attach bricks to it all along the side. So I might as well do it to kind of show you guys what you can do. So as you can see, there's 1, 2, and this yellow brick just snaps on. And now you have bricks that are turned sideways, but are decently held in there with strength. You can kind of tap it, and you give it a good tap, and it'll break off, obviously. So if you want to, make it even stronger, instead of just using 2 and being conservative with these pieces, you can use 3, and you can get it in there much stronger. But yeah, so that's basically all it is. So if you want to turn pieces sideways, that's a good way to do it if you don't have enough of these. Now then, something that you need to know is that this puts this in the exact middle of this entire piece. This piece either takes and puts it up or down, and I might do a video on these pieces later, but yeah. So if you have it centered on the 3 studs there, it's in the exact middle. If you switch it, you can have it down or up. So there's 3 different position possibilities with these pieces, while this piece only has 2. So you can go up and down like you can on this piece, but you also have the added bonus of being able to go in the middle. And sometimes you might need to go in the middle instead, and yeah. So that's something really neat about those pieces, and that's kind of like a general overview of what these pieces are used for. Like I said, if you're gonna start pushing these pieces out, I would recommend getting kind of like a pusher piece, pushing it in, and then grabbing it so it doesn't launch out like a bullet. It's kind of a pain when they go flying across the room and you lose them. I've already dropped one and lost it, and chances are when I clean up my room I'll find it again. But it's kind of annoying because chances are that will be the piece that I'll need if I start building something again. So that kind of just sucks. But yeah. So that pretty much ends it for these. As you can see, I don't have very many of them. A lot of them are actually being used. I have quite a few on that right there. And then I believe I used some on the gun up there. And yeah. So that should be kind of like... So yeah, those are those pieces. I don't know the official name for them, but I will put the official name in the title if you guys want to know what the official name for them is. I call them kind of like grenade pieces, because they look like small grenades that minifigures might be able to hold, kind of like potato mashers. And the piece actually might look familiar, and I'll explain why it looks familiar with this piece right here. So if you guys know Lego, you know exactly what this is. This is a flick fire missile. And if you take and you cut off this portion right here, you're left with the piece that we were just discussing. So maybe you don't have a lot of those pieces, and you hate flick fire missiles like I do. So you can take your super sharp scissors here, try not to cut yourself, and just kind of, you know, trim it down a little. I'll probably go through with some sandpaper to get rid of the rest of that. And now you have one of those pieces that we were just discussing. And it snaps in place just the same. And yeah, or I believe it snaps in place just the same. I should actually check just to make sure. Yep, snaps in place just the same, but there's no hole going down the middle. I should also discuss that though. There's a hole coming down the middle of these pieces. So, if you wanted, you can take any... This is just a lance. But if you wanted to take any kind of like antenna, lightsaber piece, or anything like that, it would actually fit right up inside that and then snap back into place where you needed it to. Let me grab another... So I'm going to put this piece inside the hole and then stick this lance through. So that happens. So it holds the lance nice and secure in spot, nice and secure where it needs to be. But if you push on the lance from this side, obviously it's going to pop out. So you just kind of push it down like so. Push that up. And that's just another idea that you guys can get with it. And I'm sure there's plenty of other ideas as well. Probably some that I'm missing. But that's just kind of what I find generally useful with them. If you guys have any, you can put them down in a comment below. And you never know, I might actually pick up like kind of like a future video on those pieces with entire subscribers or commentator or comments on just those pieces themselves. I might do like a special or something like that with them. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. So like I said, I'll leave a title. It'll be Technic pieces, Lego Technic tutorial so-and-so piece, general use and things like that. Basically just the video that you watch, but the title would be different. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Remember to come rate and subscribe for more videos like this one. If you guys have any questions, don't be afraid to ask in the description. I'll try to answer it to the best of my ability. Sometimes I'm a little fuzzy on things myself. Sometimes, you know, I'm not as in-depth with Legos as I want to be. And that's kind of primarily because I don't actually have the pieces themselves to do it with 24/7. Not like someone who works in the business or has more money than me or anything like that. But I will try to answer questions to the best of my ability, so if you guys have any, don't be afraid to ask in the description. Everyone who's watched my LD tutorials knows that the second I get a question in my comment sections, I'll respond to it. I'll answer that question in that comment, and if it doesn't work, I'll make a video for it showing you what needs to be done. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, so I'll see you guys later in another YouTube video. Thanks for watching, remember to comment, rate, and subscribe for more videos like this one. And as always, there will be a link in the description for my website. And if you guys have any time to kill, I highly recommend you check that out. This is the cable that you're about to be plugged into, which will actually help me